I ate too much. Way too much. There's Mr. Frank, right there. Proof. Proof. Home today. New fridge delivered. Is it going to be a fancy refrigerator, or is the kids going to be able to watch TV on it while they're pouring water, stuff like that? Does it have Wi-Fi? Is it make ice sculptures instead of just regular ice cubes? Like, oh, let's set this for little ice skulls. Refrigerator, air fryer. Just shot, put the food away, then take it out when it's cooked. Oh, that is sweet. That is sweet. Every now and then you're like, stop putting the 2 liters of Coke on the right side, you're cooking them. Just melted plastic everywhere. I remember the old days. Remember the old days when it was a refrigerator because it kept things cool, and then it had a freeze box because it kept an ice box because it kept things frozen, and that was like the big deal. And now you got all these fancy. My fridge was beeping the other day. I'm like, what the hell is it beeping? Oh, because it needs the water filter needs to be clean or some shit. I'm like, this is just amazing. What a world we live in. What a time to be alive. I think this does have Wi-Fi, but I have no clue why. Yeah, why? It only fries 6 foods at a time. Though you didn't get the top of the line. You got like the cheap model. Yeah, it's amazing all this. I've been seeing the commercial for the washer dryer combo, and it does both in the same machine. You just set it to wash, it washes the clothes, and then it drains all the water out, and it cycles, and then it dries everything in the same spot. How insane is that? It does have a middle drawer that can either be set to fridge or freezer depending on how you want to use it. That is nice as well. I think that is also nice. So basically, you're just sitting around watching some Netflix until until they come and deliver your magical toy. Since you're home, are you the first person who's allowed to use it? It just got here as it popped in. Nice. Do they need you to help them move it? I'm not sure what I would use that extra drawer for since we have so much friggin' food in this house at all times. None of it edible as far as I'm concerned. I think for what I paid, I don't have to do any work. Yeah, that is probably true. So I'm writing down in Dirty 4, and one of the minor characters' name is Mickey. Micky. And about every third or fourth time I write Mickey, I get the blue line to correct it. But like every like 25% of the time. And then when I convert this to Word doc, it'll hit it, and I'll have to immediately say add to dictionary. You sons of bitches. Got to get a water line installed for it too. I think I'll be able to handle it. We had them handle that. I was like, I'm not doing any of that. I remember I dated a girl. The girl I dated for 6 years before Shelley. Her father, Murph, was doing work for some guy, and the guy had a warehouse, and they had to clean the warehouse and get rid of all the stuff. I don't think any of it was legal. And I remember him. There was those Sub-Zero freezer refrigerator combos that were going for like, I don't know, like $5,000 each, something crazy ridiculous. And the guy's like, yeah, we're just getting rid of these. They're all brand new, like still in the box. And he's like, what do you mean you're getting rid of them? He's like, yeah, they're probably just going to the dump. So Murph was like, I'll give you money. What do you want for them? And he's like, give me $10 for each, but they got to be gone today. So I remember he called his son, who was a cop at the time, John, brought his pickup truck and his dad's pickup truck, and they grabbed 4 of these. And they brought them to his house, and they put them in the garage. All 4 of them, they took out of the box, and they lined up in the garage. And they plugged them all in. And it immediately blew everything in the house. So then they figured with some kind of generator thing, they could put 2 of them, or 3, I think 3 of them, were plugged in and usable. Not that they had a ton of food or anything else, but I remember one of them was just filled with beer for his son. His son lived across the street at that point. One of them was just overflowing with beer. And then Murph drank Crown Royal. So he would have 4 or 5 bottles of Crown Royal in the door. And then they would put like vodka and stuff in like the freezer. And like one of them was just alcohol. And I think he sold the other one for like $500 or something to somebody down the street. I know we didn't have room for it at the time, and I wasn't moving that fucking thing. But that was like the greatest freezer refrigerator in the world at that point, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm sure like anything you buy anywhere is better. I think didn't have Wi-Fi. Ooh, I got such agita today. I made a pound of gemelli noodles for lunch, and then I let them cool. And then I threw in the equivalent of about 3 cans of tuna with a little bit of mayo to clump it and some onions. And I made this giant overflowing bowl of it. I had to use 2 smaller bowls in order to mix everything. And I ate the whole. I was like, I'm gonna eat like a third of this, and then I'm gonna have some for tomorrow and some for the next day. It's a pasta. It's a noodle. It's food. It all tastes the same. It's just a different shape of a pasta. You know what I meant, damn it. And I ended up eating the whole thing. So I probably ate about, I don't know, 2 pounds of food in one sitting while I was just sitting here going through emails. And now I got like, ugh. It's hurting. It is hurting. They finished the fence this morning. Took them about, they were here right at 8 o'clock. Took them till about 11:30. Finished, put it up. It looks very nice. The chick with the big ass did not come. It was only 2 of the guys. Then I had to walk it. You know, they don't speak English, so he knocks on the door and he's like, oh, yeah, I had my shoes on. I knew I would have to look at it. Even though I couldn't care less. I could see it from the back, but you got to walk it because my wife would kill me. And then I just walked. Oh, the gates look nice. Oh, huh. And then that was it. Cool Choose Violence shirt. I mean, it is. I guess you could choose your class. It says. Class E is what I'm saying. You know, like cool Dungeons and Dragons shirts I never wear out of the house. Yep. For about, I think 18 months, I had got every month was the Dungeons and Dragons shirt of the month from Amazon. But problem is you couldn't pick them. They just sent you whatever the next shirt was. So while some of them are pretty cool, other ones are like, that's like completely really dorky, geeky, and I'm probably not going to wear that out. And also, some of them, a couple of them were white. I'm like, no. But I literally have probably like 18 Dungeons and Dragons shirts. Then I eventually was like, well, I got to stop this. Because like 2 or 3 shirts in a row, I don't like these. There are some cool ones, don't get me wrong. If you're a Dungeons and Dragons fan, there's some cool ones. But overall, for the price, like I was like, if you could choose your shirt colors, or like they give you like here's 2 designs, here's 3 designs, pick one each month, then I would have been probably more involved. But here's your red shirt with a red dragon on it. Level 8 barbarian just with a minor in Feng Shui. Exactly. Like they have the one shirt that I do like and I do wear is the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon one. Because who doesn't remember the great Dungeons and Dragons cartoon when we were kids? Hair's all coming out. What the hell? It's all tangled. Let's say I'm pulling out all the gray hairs, but it's all pretty much gray hair at this point. With a +3 rose quartz necklace that focuses my cheek. Yeah, you gotta have a +3. At least, I mean, I've been searching the villages for a +5 rose quartz necklace, but someday I will get it. So my wife she popped in yesterday for about 15 minutes. Sunday night, her sister's supposed to fly home, so she'll be here like 2-3 a.m. technically Monday morning. But I thought she wasn't going home until like Monday night. But it's apparently Sunday night, technically into Monday. So I'm happy about that. But that means Monday, while I'm on Twitch, should be running around like a lunatic getting stuff done for Christmas. Because she got a lot of packages that came in the last few days that she's got to wrap. Talk to barkeepers at the end. That's who you talk to. They always have that little bit, or you talk to the barkeep. And we had a dungeon master, a DM, if you will, who then would always have the old weird looking dude in the corner would call you over, or he would follow you outside and give you the information you needed. The bartender pours you a lager, starts to talk about mysterious creature that's been terrorizing the town at night. Exactly. Don't go into the marshes. Whatever you do, don't go due north, and then at the tree go left. Do not go into the marshes. Wave off bartender dismissively and change subject to haggle the price for half an evening with his best wench. Yes, I was the dungeon master a lot of the time. I would always get very annoyed when they would just go off script. I would have like this whole big thing planned, like, oh, they're gonna go up to the old rotting castle and fight some goblins and some orcs, and then go down, and then there would be some kind of cool sea monster creature coming from the river, blah blah blah. And instead they're like, you know what, let's just randomly walk around and kill things. I'm like, no. I was obsessed back in my teen years. I was obsessed with women. I never got anywhere near them, and I was obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons, which I played constantly. And when we weren't playing on a Friday night into Saturday into Sunday, instead of doing anything else, a lot of times I was drawing maps and creating and reading Dungeons and Dragons modules and stuff. Even when I finally got a girlfriend at like 17 years old, I still was like, oh, I'm not going to hang out with her because hey, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons all weekend, and oh, you're going to Brooklyn to hang out. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't realize she was going to Brooklyn to see her other boyfriend, but still. Well, things kind of changed when she actually started having sex with me. Then I was like, hey guys, I can't play Friday night because her parents aren't going to be home till very late, and I'm going to go and get all gushy and wet. Ah, good times. Good times. Worth it, exactly. Worth it. This page 2 is page 2. I've not done as much writing as I would like to be doing, but actually for this time of year, it's a lot more than I would normally do, with the depression and everything else, and my wife not being home. I watched that. What did I watch last night? Did I tell you what I was watching? I watched that Lovecraft thing last night. It had what is it? St. Yoshi on. He's since passed away. I think it was from 2021. It was interesting. Yeah, Paul Tremblay interviews a bunch of other guys interviewed, a couple of women interviewed. It was all right. It was like two hours. I was getting tired at the end, and then I went to bed and I read for a little bit. Say, but I forgive myself until January 2nd, then back on it. Yeah, I usually will. Um, I usually will take more days. Last week I took off 2 days. Last Saturday was the last time I took, so I haven't taken off anything this week. But I have also written 663 words, 1368, 1149, 782. No days where I'm writing, even on Twitch days where I'm writing two different things. You know, you just like, I'm gonna finish this page. If I get 500-600 words today, I'm gonna be happy. Then I'll ramp it up come January. I only read 16 books this year, but I was focused on reading longer stuff all year. That's pretty good. I read like 65, I think. I might finish a couple more, but usually my goal is always 82. I don't know why. I think because I was hitting 81 a couple years, and I use Goodreads for the yearly challenge for that. I think I hit like 55 or 50, something in the 50s. That's what I hit last year. I did not hit a lot last year. For me, I read very fast, and I read every night and at lunch. Like right before I came on here, I was reading the second Don Winslow book, sitting out on the under the awning, looking at my beautiful new fence. Feeling like I'm going to throw up. I doubt I'll finish the book I'm on now before the end of the year, but maybe. Maybe. I will probably, I'm going to guess there's 11 days left. I should be able to finish 2 books. That would be the goal, but not really a goal. But I'll probably end up at like, my goal next year would be like 55 books. No, she did not come back. I was very annoyed with that. I was hoping she would come back. She did not. Um, so yesterday they started out with two guys, and then the supervisor some other guy came and hung out for a little bit, and they just talked for like an hour and a half and did nothing. And then she finally left. And then later in the afternoon, two additional guys came. She left with that other guy. So then there was four of them putting the fence up. And then they went until like 6:15. It was dark, and there's no way you're going to see anything. And then they had put all the posts in. They had cemented everything. They had put the side gates, both gates up, and then they put the slats or the whatever's for the slats up. So then today basically was just two guys. 8 o'clock, boom, they're out there. I was up from like 6:30 because I can't sleep when my wife's not here. Plugged in their nail gun inside for them for some power. Wood. Vinyl is just crazy amounts of money right now, and it's also like basically if we wanted the vinyl, it would be like almost twice the money, and it would take them like an extra 4 weeks or 6 weeks or something to get the product in. They told us. And nobody can see it. It's we did it first so she can have the dog running around outside without the dog running into the woods or the property next door. But today they were just two guys. The guy would hold it, bang, 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 next, and they just ran it. But I mean, it still took them a couple hours. But I kept looking. I was like, when is she going to show up? I need her to show up, and she never showed up. She probably didn't want to come because my wife yelled at her yesterday. Because she called her. She's like, "Oh, are you coming here?" She was like, "No. What do I need to be there?" "Well, I just want you to see it before we continued." "No. You guys said you could do this without me needing to be there. I'm not there. I'm busy." Just get it done. And then last night when they were leaving at 6:15, one of the guys came up to the door. He was standing in front. I was watching him. He was playing on his phone for like 10 minutes. Then he knocked on the door. I answered the door. And then he puts the thing, he apparently, whatever, Spanish, Portuguese, whatever they speak. And it said, it is dark out. And we will come back in the morning. And I said, okay. And then we gave the knuckle punch, and then they left. Dark and lovely, exactly. So that was that. And now they're done. So when my wife comes home on late Sunday night, Monday morning, dog can run around the yard. Take her diaper off, let her run. The dog, not my wife. My wife doesn't wear a diaper anymore. I don't think. Ugh. Ugh. Pasta noodles and tuna and a little bit of mayo. That comes back up on you. That's kind of scary. Where the hell's everybody else today, Mr. Frank? Everybody working? Week before Thanksgiving. Week before Christmas? Everybody's too busy? So tonight, I didn't air fry anything yet today, but tonight, listen to this. Potatoes, as Chuck Buddha would say. I'm cutting them in quarters. Smoked sausage. I'm chopping them into little pieces. And then I throw in some oil, salt and pepper, I think some kind of I don't know, whatever it is. Anything I have all the things. I basically take the potatoes and I mix them in this stuff, throw them in there for however long, I think 8 minutes. One layer of the potatoes. Then I layer the sausage on top. and pour the other ingredient on top, and that goes in for like another 8 minutes, and then it's potatoes and sausage. Potatoes. That's what I'm having for dinner tonight. I did not do the. I was gonna do the salmon and the air fryer last night, but I did not. I was like, I'm just gonna make some. I'm just gonna make some freaking fish sticks, and I threw the fish sticks in the oven because I didn't feel like cleaning a little basket thing. I'm like, you know what? I got to do dishes tomorrow, and I'm just gonna use this, cookie sheet. People say cooking sheet. I say cookie sheet because I'm excited when my wife uses them to make cookies. And I just had some fish. I basically just sat here and I watched about Lovecraft and I ate fish sticks. You saw I am a maverick. My wife is like, she said, "What'd you make?" I'm telling her what I'm going to make. She's like, "It's amazing." I said, listen. I need broccoli florets. She's like, "Why?" I said, "I also need pizza dough." She's like, What are you making over there?" I said, "Every recipe I'm pulling up for the air fryer, there's broccoli florets in it. So I need a couple of bags of that." I said, and I also want to make I also want to do like you can make like little strombolis. You can make pizza in there. You can make all kinds of, but you need pizza dough. Oh snap! Air fried sausage and broccoli. Exactly. This is what I'm talking about, Frank. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So stuff like that. Chicken and broccoli. Bam, bam. So that's what That's at this point in my life. That's what I'm gonna do. But basically, I have. I guess I have today and the next 2 days to make some meals. So I don't plan on leaving the house. George Martin will be here on Sunday for a couple hours. Maybe we'll go to lunch. If not, maybe I'll go out and get some broccoli florets. Who can say? I get this damn page done. But I like talking to you, Frank. Nobody else is. It seems like there's 2 viewers. But that could be coming and going. Who can say? Shooting to open Florida's first air fryer pizzeria. You know what? I'd go to that. I think they call that CC's Pizza, actually. For MondoCon next year, maybe I'll just do all the cooking. I'll be air fryers. I'll be like, "Hey, who wants onion rings?" Okay, so here's 12 onion rings. Is done. Everybody split an onion ring until I get the next batch going. You're saying it like you don't think that would be delicious. Unless we get one of those giant ones. I also wanted to get pizza dough because my mother bought, of course, off of Temu, bought Shelly one of her birthday presents from August was a pizza oven that goes on your grill. It's still in the box. We probably will never open it, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll give that one a try. Here's the mail person. See if there's any packages. Nope. Just drove right away. You should practice your hibachi moves and do Benihana night. I realized as I was typing it that I have no idea how to spell Benihana. I think you got it right the first time. Or close enough. I think it's all like one word. I'm going to be honest with you. The last time we uncovered the hibachi was, I think, at MondoCon. What was that, 2 years, 3 years ago? Only one end. That's... Fuck with those two ends. You know what I'm saying? God, that gets you every time. Do you have Benihana up there anywhere? Last time I went to Benihana was in Memphis, I believe, about 12 years ago, with Jerry Benz. As was, I believe Jerry Benz went with us. He was one of the people that that went. I know Brent Abel and Jay Wilburn and Jack Wallen went. It might have just been us and Shelley. There are a few, but the ones close to me are Ararang and Koto. Same crap. But not actual Benihana. We had a couple of really good ones. And then we still have like 3 or 4 in Jacksonville. But none of them are really all that great. The one that we go to that's the best of them now. Kankai was the best one. They closed a couple 3 years ago. The one we go to, they don't do any of the egg roll or the butterfly. They don't do the volcano. They don't do any of that. It's like serious. We're gonna cook your food. We're gonna put it on a plate for you. You're gonna eat it, which is fine. I always hate when they were like, "Oh, let's throw these pieces of broccoli in your mouth." No. Because if I don't catch it, then I'm going to be upset for the rest of the week. You're basically ruining my week if I don't catch it. And if I do catch it, I feel like I probably caught it. It was just luck. There was no skill involved. I haven't been practicing. Nothing. So none of it makes sense. Not even a bot. Not even. Alright. I'm going to write several more lines. Finish this chapter. I'm going to go lay down for a little bit. There's Nick Zinn. Next page, Nick Zinn. Thanks for being just completely quiet and not talking to me at all. Hurting my feelings. There's Tom Duffy. Saw a Buc-ee's billboard south of Milwaukee. It said 469 miles to the nearest. Yeah, those people are crazy. They'll freaking put a sign anywhere. Anywhere. Good for them. I probably wrote about 600 words, so better than Next is unknown. Do they go back when something gets solved, like Finn's treasure? Hello. Chubby brunette walking a dog out there. Who the hell is she? Why am I saying it real loud with the window open? Twice, I believe, once or twice now, that something has been solved, not because Josh Gates was there, but because they solved it, and then he will go back And next page, Mr. Frank. Next page. They will do an update. Yes. But it's happened more than once. Not a lot of times though. There's one episode. It might have been the first or second season. They're in St. Augustine, and they're looking for. I don't remember what they're looking for. Anyway, and they're at the Fountain of Youth tourist attraction. Josh Gates is digging and he sees a piece of plastic. And these things are supposed, whatever they're looking for, is supposed to be in plastic. And then Shelley was like, oh my God, did he actually find it? And then it cuts the commercial. When it comes back, it was just basically a piece of plastic in the ground. Not what they were looking for. And she was so mad. She's like, son of a bitch. How many years have we been watching this guy? I thought he finally found something. I was going to be impressed. He didn't find it. Freaking fishing boats are selling drone watching excursions up here now. Really? Good for them. Good for them. It's amazing that this is still going on. And nobody has given you anything real concrete about it. I just like I like more of the people getting mad. Because everybody's talking about it. Oh, I had enough with the drones already, blah, blah, blah. Well, then there's drones everywhere. You enough with it, you know what I'm saying? How about enough with you, buddy? Nope. Not even close. There we go. What amazes me is how many people are insisting that airplanes and helicopters are drones. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the... So again, some of them are legitimately helicopters or airplane, but it is a small percentage, I would imagine. I just remember the person who was shooting video near Teterboro Airport. And people were legitimately saying, those are airplanes. You can look it up. Those you can look up online the flights and everything. And you know what they look like? Airplanes. You moron. Like, I do believe there were some drones flying over sensitive areas, but all stopped by the first week of December. Yeah, I think now it is kind of like the... You know when you have a serious crime, like a school shooting or something, and then what's the next thing you worry about? Copycats. You worry about other idiots doing it as well. And I think the drone thing is the same thing. There were probably legitimately some drones. And those drones could have been because Expedition Unknown is in the area and they're filming an episode and they always use drones. Or the military is using drones. Or some moron got a drone and he's playing it around with his drone. And then everybody starts using their drones. Everybody's like, well, this is fun. I'm gonna tell you who's having a great month though. the manufacturers of drones. I'm sure their sales have increased, avenged sevenfold or tenfold even. I've yet to see even a small hobby drone because they're giant. Aren't you reading? They're all 6 foot, 90 foot long. They're all these giant mothership ones. Happy holidays and such to you, Michael Schotter, and thank you for the resubscribe. I want to remind everybody to resubscribe and also follow me on YouTube. I'm way more active on there now. I've gotten over 100 followers, and I need 400 more. Could it be Santa? It could be. I mean, it could. You don't know. He could be out early. Some parts of the world it's already Christmas, right? I'm sure people like, idiots like in your part of the world, Nick Zinn, who changed what day Halloween is. I'm sure they'll go, no, Christmas can only be on the weekends now. Do they know it's Christmas time? Exactly. Feed the world, people. Feed the world. Nick Zinn, did you see that Lovecraft documentary on Tubi? It's like exegesis Lovecraft. Something like that. Starts with an E and an X. I don't know the word. I guess I'll look it up. Exegesis. Critical explanation or interpretation of a text, especially of scripture. It's exegesis Lovecraft. It's I think it's 2001, 2002. It's on Tubi. Paul Tremblay is interviewed on it. Was it St. Yoshi is one of the things. They talk about Lovecraft. It's pretty good though. Feed a narwhal. Let them know it's Christmas time. Yes. I do love me a good narwhal. Especially with just a little bit of melted butter. Working on the Netflix Bo Sox 2004 doc, which is amazing. It's truly amazing. Better close that. Some girl on roller skates. Just came and got a book. A new Lovecraft doc. I don't think he's done much new stuff lately. No. He's some people say it's a comeback, but H.P. Lovecraft said, "Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years." His father, Winfield Lovecraft, so that was interesting, was insane, and he masturbated while in the insane asylum so many times daily each day that he got a blister on the tip of his his thing down there, and he was in a lot of pain. Apparently you're getting a lot of pain if you get a blister on that thing. So that should be a lesson for all of us. I was like, you know what, starting today I'm scaling it down to only 9 times a day, a third of what I normally do. Consensual Lovecraft. Of course, they talk about all the racist stuff and all that. Of course, Paul Tremblay talks. There's a couple other people that I recognized. Maybe get a blister on your little finger. Maybe get a blister on your junk. A man's got to know his limitations, right? I would hope when he got the blister, he was like, okay, that was time number 57. So starting tomorrow, no more than 56 times. Blow it out your ass. So very, very, very interesting. I will be here on Monday, just so everybody knows. I will not be here next Wednesday though, because it's Christmas Day. But I will be. I'm gonna say I might be here tomorrow, but I don't think I will. It's been a minute since I was able to knock out 56 in a day, right? But listen, that's you. I mean, you have a huge life, and you have so much going for you. This is a dude that was basically trapped in a room in an insane asylum in like 100 years ago or more, like 1914 or something. What else has he got to do? Read about the Titanic sank a couple of years ago, and what else is he doing? Nothing. Just a crazy freaking world we live in. Just crazy. Ugh. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I hope you got all your Christmas shopping done. I am. All I really want is Amazon cards and Dunkin' cards. So make it so. Okay, I'm out of here. Thank you all to remind you to resubscribe and follow me on YouTube and let people know I'm on YouTube. Come on. I would like to build that shit up. All right.